Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Shadyoology. Hello there, my YouTube minions. It is I, your unfriendly neighborhood Skeletor. Now, there have been a number of you in the comments who have asked me, Skeletor, how come you never react to shows like She-Hulk, Rings of Power?
There's a tempest in me.
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
Velma.
Not that you care.
Shut up.
You know, Hollywood's most woke. I mean, come on, Skeletor. All the cool kids are doing it. And that's what he actually put there, by the way. All the cool kids are doing it. This question, while hilarious, did get me to think, however. Why don't I react to these horrible shows? I mean, it seems like I should, especially shows like Velma, who are direct recreations of retro content, which is something I tend to do. It fits right in. And yes, I do understand that a lot of you out there want to see me, Skeletor, rip into these things. Who better to rip into these than an evil villain like myself, who I could care less of people saying I'm a hateful person because, yes, I am.
I am not nice, I am not kind, and I am not wonderful.
It kind of goes with the territory. So I ask myself, why is it that I, Skeletor, have refused to react to these horrible films and series? You did Masters of the Universe Revelation? Hell, that's what helped grow my channel.
You're a damaged goods lady.
And that's another thing. There's a reason why all the cool kids are doing it. It helps their channels grow. It's true. There are a lot of people out there who want to hate vicariously through Skeletor and other creators such as Critical Drinker, I don't know, Doomcock, and there's a whole bunch of others as well who do that kind of thing. So why, Skeletor? Why are you so hesitant? Well, let me tell you why. During the time I was reacting to He-Man, at some point it dawned on me. I hate this thing.
No shit.
I mean, admittedly, I hated it from day one. But at some point in the show, I hated it so much that not only did it kill my liver, because I found myself drinking a whole lot.
Skeletor Special Blend, everyone. Takes the pain away.
I felt at some point that it got so bad that even for me to ridicule it made me feel, I don't know, dirty.
Not clean. Still not clean.
It's hard to say. But yes, I sort of felt like I was being used by Hollywood. And I know it helped my channel grow. Every time I did one, my videos did well. Well, they got less and less well the more I got into it. But still, better than my average. But at some point I just said to myself, Self, you want to preserve your liver, right? Yes. But also, every time I reacted to this, I felt like I was legitimizing it. Like just my outrage was legitimizing this as a real thing. For me to actually get angry about it means that I acknowledge that it matters, when it did not matter. Just some moron's recreation of something that I loved.
You're living in a world of make-believe, with flowers and bells and leprechauns and magic frogs with funny little hats.
There's a lot of people out there with their own personal fantasies and fan fiction. We don't legitimize them all, and we don't get angry when they do. Well, some do. Those people need help. But me, I don't. We knew it wasn't canon. Filmation and Universal own the rights to the original series, not Netflix. Hell, not even Mattel. So in the end, I realized it wasn't worth my anger. I can't do this. This is an insult. It's an insult to everything. Everything I've ever believed. I'm done. I'm not coming back. I don't care. I'm not going to review this anymore. I'm done with this show. She destroyed heaven. Let that sink in. Nah! And to get angry about something that I shouldn't really care about was detrimental not just to my health, but to my liver. And so I made the conscious decision to say, I'm sorry, but I can't go on. I know some of you were disappointed, and are probably still disappointed. And it was at that point that I, Skeletor, said to myself, Self, if you don't want to react to something horrible, well, react to something good. React to something you enjoy. You can still pick on those things. Well, lovingly pick on them. You know, kind of like a roast.
Furry coward, you overgrown fur coat, you flea-bitten fur brain, you pathetic pair of pitiful pinheads, you metal-munching moron.
You roast the things you love. That's why I decided to start reacting to 80s cartoons, because that's what I truly enjoy, and bring some actual good nostalgia the right way.
Yeah.
But that's not the only reason I don't react to these new horrible reboots and facsimiles of entertainment. There's another one, a more nefarious reason. And it started in 2016, the year the female Ghostbusters decided to infect our movie screens with its presence. Now, let me take you back to 2016, shall we?
No! God, please, no! No!
A movie that I predicted back then was destined to fail no matter what, even before the trailer came out.
My name is Erin Gilbert, Doctor of Particle Physics.
I told my minions, I said, mark my words there, Beast Man. When this film comes out, it's going to ruin these girls' careers. Not that I care, just an observation. And while it didn't ruin all their careers, I think somebody had a career after that.
Oh boy. I gotta try to.
But it did damage at least most of their careers. And let's be honest, that movie never had a chance to succeed. And this is why. Here it is, 2016, 2015, whatever. And they announce that they're bringing back Ghostbusters.
Because they wanted me to do a Ghostbuster. I said, oh, who's not going to be happy about this?
And all the hardcore Ghostbuster fans out there are like, yes, they're going to bring back a cherished IP that I love. I can't wait to see the old team get together and put their proton packs again. Yes, they're a little older, but still, it'd be great to get the band back together, just for one more show. Everyone got all jazzed up for it. Sony said, oh, and by the way, it'll be less Ghostbusters.
Who are you gonna call? Someone else.
And more Ghostbustettes.
What I can do is all women, that'll be fun. And
So, what do you think of that?
You do see how this might make us look bad.
So already, you had a huge fan base, all deflated, just going...
Let's pop some balloons!
Wah, wah. But don't worry, we're going to bring back all the old actors that you love. Oh, really? Bring them back? Yes. We'll give them absolutely horrible and degrading cameos.
I don't drive wackos and I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
And once again, the fan base got deflated.
this wave of venom.
So already it wasn't looking good. But then some people were saying, well, maybe it'd still be good. I'll give it a chance. Now enter the director, a man who admittedly hates men.
Yes, there were people that just like don't touch a classic, but there was also so much that was just very misogynistic.
Didn't really seem like he was a big fan of the original. He's like, I don't like the original. Not enough show tunes.
I would like to see you dance.
I need to see Dan Aykroyd dancing and singing, otherwise it's just not for me. I don't know why, but still, even with all that, there are people still willing to give it a chance. And then the trailer hit, and boy, did it ever. Ow! The outrage was horrible.
This wave of venom that came in was just unbelievable.
People universally panned it. The comedy did not stick. The tone of the trailer felt more like parody version of Ghostbusters
That stuff went everywhere, by the way, in every crack.
than actual Ghostbusters.
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical contact!
I am convinced that had it actually been good, true to the original, especially tone-wise, not taking crotch shots at men every chance they got. You know, that's always a good idea when 50% of your viewing audience, who are already pretty annoyed, are made to be the butt of every joke,
It would be bad.
further insulting them. I'm convinced it might have made its money back, but instead, it failed. The film bombed.
That's bad.
Of course, it was destined to bomb. But here's where it relates. What did Sony do? Did Sony take it on the chin and say, well, I guess we'll learn our lesson and do better next time?
It's impossible.
No, they did not. They had invested far too much money into this project. After all, they believe that Ghostbusters are going to start a whole new Ghostbusters cinematic universe. You know, their version of the MCU.
Oh, come on! What are you doing?
Well, how did that turn out?
Bad.
Well, it did not. But Sony wasn't going to give up. No, they were determined. But how did they decide to rectify this problem? They decided, in their infinite stupidity, to turn Ghostbusters into a cause.
In the modern age, we sell a cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
Yes, that's right. Where they purposely highlighted specific comments that were chauvinistic or
misogynistic,
anti-woman or whatever, they decided to focus in on a few jerks, which were definitely in the minority, while ignoring or actively deleting actual, real, good criticisms of the film. By lumping the good and the bad together, they created a narrative. If you don't like this film, well, you're worse than Harvey Weinstein. You're a sexist, chauvinist pig. That's right, they decided to shame the audience into liking it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Who, me? No, I am not sexist. I was actually going to give it a chance. No, you weren't. Be honest, you hate women. No, I don't. I love my mother. No, you don't. I can see it on your face. All of you hate women. And that was the narrative that they played out. They thought that by shaming the audience, it would help. Well, how did that turn out for them? Did that actually work? Did sales go up? Wah, wah, wah. It did not work for them. In fact, probably made it worse. Probably the people who might have given it a chance decided not to. And the people who they thought they were going to pander to, which was the Twitter feminist crowd, they don't really care about watching these films. They just want to complain about it online. They're just in it for the cause.
We sell a cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
So did Sony learn their lesson? Not right away. It took many years of failure, but eventually they got it right. Well, right-er. Now into Disney and The Last Jedi. A film that arguably destroyed the Star Wars universe. What most people believe to be indestructible. Sunk a ship that was unsinkable. No, I'm not going to get into why this movie was horrible. In fact, if you want to, go back and watch Shaney's very thorough review of The Last Jedi, if you want to see his take on it. Incidentally, he and I share the same view.
Go away.
Let's just say that the treatment of its original cast and its fan base was absolutely deplorable. A film so bad, its own main actor couldn't stop complaining about it.
Is there anything that you want us to know going into The Last Jedi?
It's the longest one. It doesn't matter.
They betrayed me, they didn't keep their promise, they tricked me, and I don't care anymore. Oh, hi, Mark.
But needless to say, this film definitely divided the fans. They used the film, a very important and popular franchise, beloved by millions, practically a religion, to deliver a message. And the message was?
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Forget the past. Kill it if you must. And kill it they did. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Let the past die.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
As they then proceeded to create an absolute bloodbath of all the characters people loved. Bravo! While consistently propping up characters that actually had no character.
You are a monster.
Now, of course, the Star Wars fans didn't take too kindly to this. Kale Surprise, what? Hardcore Star Wars fans getting angry? Never! That sounds hard to believe.
People are still mad that the Wookiee didn't get a medal.
I'm thinking that's why George Lucas gave it away. They were like, you know what? I want Star Wars to be made, but I'm not taking any more guff. Here, Disney, you take the guff. I'm done. Now, the outrage and blowback by the fans was a lot for these woke snowflakes at Disney to handle. So rather than apologizing to the fan base or saying, sorry, fans, we screwed up. We know you guys had a lot of fan theories out there. I mean, let's be honest, the first film wasn't very good. But the fans wanted to like it so much that they decided to create their own fictions in order to fix the problems with it. They were like, well, maybe Rey is more powerful because she was Obi-Wan Kenobi's daughter or granddaughter or something. Maybe Snoke is somebody we know. I don't know. They were grasping at straws to like this thing because they wanted to like it. They wanted to like Rey. But what did Disney do? Disney insulted the fans for that, saying, "This is what we think of your fan theories." Everything you thought Star Wars was going to be, it won't be. Because we're so clever, we are going to subvert your expectations. And subvert our expectations they did. Most people expected a good film.
You think you're going to go into the movie and recapture your childhood, you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Good job! You did not. Even Mark Hamill was subverted. In order for him to continue playing Skywalker, he had to call it Jake in his head. I'm going to continue playing the role.
I almost had to think of Luke as another character. Maybe he's Jake Skywalker.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But I'm not calling him Luke, Jake Skywalker. But after the blowback, how did the fans get treated here? Did Disney go to the fan base and apologize? Did Mickey Mouse go on the podium and go, "Well, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to mistreat you fans. We're going to give Ryan Johnson a good spanking, kick Kathleen Kennedy out of the House of Mouse, and we're going to do right by the fans. That's right. We're going to start again." No, that's not what happened. They said, "You know what? We're going to double down." That's right. We're going to use the same strategy that worked so well for Sony. We're going to create a cause.
We sell a cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
If you don't like Rey and you think that she's a Mary Sue, well, you're sexist. That's right, you sexist fools. How dare you not like Holdo?
I like him.
You just don't want to see women in powerful roles. You don't understand the genius of the film. What? You all hate Rose Tico, you racists?
We're gonna win, not fighting what we hate, saving what we love.
Oh my God, he is coming onto me.
No, to be honest, there were a few outlandish comments by a few fools that let their anger get ahead of them, but it is, again, Star Wars fans. Ask Jar Jar or old Anakin how he was treated by the fans.
Horrible things to me. I've been banished.
No one said it was racist then, but see, here's the point. Disney's hubris, again, wouldn't allow them to fail, and so they pointed fingers at the fans, creating a war with its own fan base.
These films now are being made by children.
Bravo. And unfortunately for the fans, the film did make a lot of money. So did Disney lose anything? Maybe they did lose on the toys, perhaps, but they didn't lose enough on that film to learn a lesson, that's for sure.
Because in Hollywood, it's not important if it's of high quality, only if it makes money.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Let's fast forward now to another film, and that's the Black Panther.
What are you talking about?
No, admittedly, the Black Panther wasn't the worst film. It was all right. It wasn't the greatest movie of all time, but it was a watchable film, and I kind of liked it.
Hey, good.
You must be crazy.
And yes, culturally, it was an important film. But did Disney have all the faith in this film that they pretended to? No, because if they did, they just let the film succeed or fail on its own merit.
Yeah, I can handle this alone.
What did the House of Mouse do? Well, again, went to the Sony playbook and turned the film into a cause.
We sell a cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
It's an important film. Look at how wonderfully woke we are. It only took us 10 years to do something that was plainly obvious to everyone else. You know, one of the most popular Avengers gets a film. You don't get to gloat about taking 10 years to make your first black superhero character.
Put your hands together. Big round of applause.
You must be crazy.
They're tone deaf. They don't listen. They don't care. They wanted a cause, and they got one. If you're white, you shut up. This movie's not for you, so we don't want to hear what you have to say.
Don't scare me like that, colonizer.
In fact, we don't even want you to watch the film. Give them your money, pay the ticket, and then close your eyes and ears. Just go to the theater like this. La 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 la.
Are you finished?
But we don't want to hear what you really think, because it's not for you. Great strategy by Disney, and it actually worked. That movie made money.
Show me the money.
A lot of money, and there was really very little blowback about all that. Most people didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot...
Baby, don't hurt me.
Everyone's like, all right, if you say so. And I'm pretty sure after that film, Disney marketing groups puffed up their chests and said, that's how you do it.
We'll celebrate and have a good time.
That's how you get a mediocre movie to get 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I've never seen a farmer with 100% fresh tomatoes.
Try some, won't you?
This tastes like Grandma.
Certified fresh.
I want more.
Disney wouldn't let you not like this film. No.
And we'll like what I tell them to like.
You like what they tell you to like. So into Solo, another Star Wars film, but this one had a male lead. And he was white.
Get a little more of a head start.
Horrible time for Disney. That's right, because they couldn't shame you into not liking it.
Screaming about it can't help you. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yet they actually had to live and die by the merits of their own film. And die they did. As that film was their first loss. And I believe that film taught Disney one thing. We cannot have any more white male leads, because then we have to create good content.
I hate you.
Incidentally, I have to point out that Disney did try desperately to make a cause for Solo.
Can't think of a cause? How about raising awareness for the hairs in your schnoz?
They turned Lando into some pansexual, whatever that means.
Lando has feelings for me. Sometimes I think, maybe.
And they also had a fembot complain about equal rights.
Need anything?
Equal rights?
But none of that actually really stuck, or even mattered to anyone. They couldn't find a real angle to shame people with.
It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
So the movie just failed, and it failed on its own merit.
I need a drink.
And deservedly so. So fast forward to Captain Stoneface.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Just like a woman.
And of course it was properly slotted. Right in between Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. And no matter what the film was, it was always going to make money. But again, Disney didn't want to take chances. So what did they do? Well, they decided to get the most divisive and horribly woke actress ever.
Women can lead giant franchises and make money for corporations. It's fine, you know what I mean? He's like, we can do that too, everybody can do it.
Oh, good for you!
To play their horribly one-dimensional feminist character. And right off the bat, this became divisive. And not even because of the film, but the actress herself started already insulting half the audience.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
So it's a good move there, Brie Larson. Not only did she divide herself from the fans, she also proceeded to divide herself from her cast members as well.
There's no competition for me because I'm the strongest, so it's just kind of like a different...
Could get Tom Cruise over here?
No, I'll be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
Well,
I feel like we're fighting right now. I think it's geared out with, right, guys? Be there for all my extra takes.
Trained you up. Well, you know, you are the most amazing person on this couch.
But they couldn't just let that go. Now they had to create it into a cause.
A cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
Look, Captain Marvel, the first Marvel-led female film. Aren't we just so woke and amazing? And again, they're patting themselves on the back for this. All you're admitting to is that you're a bunch of cowards who should have done this a long time ago and had to wait for Wonder Woman to prove that she could make before you gave it a chance. Stop puffing out your chest like you guys are so progressive. The film itself was mediocre, the character was unlikable, and what most people really didn't like was how they treated another diverse character, one that was actually beloved in Nick Fury, and decided to ruin him.
Still in there somewhere. Oh, motherfucking! I will neither confirm nor deny the facts of that story.
Again, Disney decided to focus on the quote-unquote misogynist comments. There's even one that I saw on Twitter myself, which I found absolutely hilarious. I wish I'd taken the screenshots, but I don't. But take my word for it, this happened. Someone posted a picture of Brie Larson telling her to smile. If you saw the film was a bit of a theme.
Got a smile for me?
Moments later, Brie Larson responds because, you know, main actresses always respond to random comments online with a picture of Chris Evans as Captain America with a big fake smile on. Right away I said it was done way too quick. This was already a plan. This was a fake comment and a fake response, all driven to create a fake narrative. All the people who don't like her are evil misogynists who hate women.
Just like a woman.
No, thanks for jumping on me.
So there you go. Disney once again turning a film into a woke cause just so they could put a woke shield on their film. And did the film make money? Well, yes, of course it did. It was sandwiched between two films that hit $1 billion or more. And people who are into the cinematic universe say, well, maybe there'll be some interesting tidbits there that I need to know. And so everyone went to see it, despite all that. So did Disney lose anything again? No. They just learned that as long as we turn something into a cause, we make money.
1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4!
And when we don't, aka solo, we lose money.
We get it.
Let's continue down this path. They learned this lesson so well that they decided to bring back all their old films. Yes, let's just reboot all our old films. We don't even have to try to make good content anymore. Let's just turn every film into a cause.
We sell a cause. It's called a scars. And wearing a scars gets you lots of applause.
We'll get them to be angry, and when they get angry about something that we predict they'll get angry about, we'll just call them racist, sexist, homophobic, whatever we have to. But you see, this strategy is not working anymore. And in fact, it never did.
No, you're lying. You're lying. What makes you lie?
It was a bunch of lucky coincidences that your films made money, mostly due to the good graces of 10 years of good MCU films that people were willing to push through, hoping that, this next one will be good, because you're capable of it, not knowing full well that you guys have given up. You didn't care about making good content. Why should you? We'll just reboot all our old franchises. We won't even write new scripts for them. Mediocre CGI. We'll just race swap or gender swap. Not because we believe the actor would be better or suits the character better. No, it's all done to create division and controversy. You want people to talk. You want us to get angry.
You want answers!
I want the truth! It's free publicity, or at least you thought it was, but you're starting to realize that it doesn't work, and that you were all lucky up until now. And other studios have taken this up. HBO with Velma.
Red's a rich white guy with a tiny dong.
From what I heard, Mindy Kaling wanted her own cartoon series. HBO said, nah, we're gonna take an old IP, you can just repurpose it, do whatever you need to, and if people have a problem with it, we'll call them racist. They took a page out of Disney, thinking that it actually works for them, but it does not work.
Everyone is stupid except me.
I mean, look at right now. They're doing it again with The Little Mermaid. Yes, there might be some actual racist people out there who don't like her because she's black, but I'm pretty sure that's the minority. Most people are just partial to what they remember. I mean, if they used a white girl and made her blonde, they'd still complain.
Oh, bitch.
They would complain no matter what, because that's what fans do. Hell, no one can even play Batman without someone complaining.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
You could be Batman!
I am not Batman.
Every person who's played Batman has heard some backlash. Even with the one people love the most, Michael Keaton. Everyone complained he was too short. No one at the time was running around calling people a shortophobe.
You want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
You're shortophobic. Why can't a short person play Batman? And that was the narrative back then. People are always going to complain because everyone has a vision of the person in their mind that they want. And if it doesn't fit the version, well, hardcore fans will complain.
Worst episode ever. Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.
But see, Disney exacerbates this. Disney tries to get you to complain. They want you to, and then they want to turn it into a cause, and they focus on the few people who might say something racist or sexist or homophobic, and they glorify that. And they paint the entire fan base with that. The entire complaining faction with that same brush. Put it this way, if Disney just wanted to create a film that didn't have any blowback, giving black women a voice, giving them their own character to be proud of, hell, they didn't even have to write a new character. They could have just done the princess and the frog.
Maybe next time.
It already had a female black lead. They didn't have to change anything. But guess what? It's what it didn't have. It didn't have a built-in controversy. No one's going to complain if she's black because we expected her to be black. So no one would complain about that. If you don't race swap.
We're taking the easy way.
No, instead of taking a safer route, one that wouldn't lead to controversy, instead of taking that route, they decided to take the route that would probably, offend half the group of people, get the fan base divided again, pit races against each other, have this poor actress who's really just starting out her acting career. Good job that you get to start your career in the middle of such a ridiculous controversy you really didn't even deserve.
Do you understand?
Also that Disney could make their money. Is Disney doing any of this to actually help people of color? No. How does that help anyone? If you want to help people of color, make them their own property.
I need to dig a little deeper and work even harder.
You could have even written a story featuring a different mermaid, maybe Ariel's best friend or something, and tell a brand new story. But no, that would take money to advertise. We don't want to do that. We just want to be as fake woke as we can, the cheapest way we can. And if you don't like it, you're a racist.
Yes, well, of course, that's just the sort of blinkered, Philistine, pig ignorance I've come to expect from you. Non-creative garbage.
Now we'll come to the reason as to why I, Skeletor, refuse to react to these things. Because that's what Disney wants.
Women will like what I tell them to like.
Disney wants us to react to them. They're counting on it. They want Critical Drinker, Doomcock, all the other channels to react the way they expect you to react. They create the controversy and they let everyone else fall into that trap. It's a trap. They want you to do what they expect you to do, to say what they expect you to say, and you fools do it.
Just don't look. Just don't look.
And then Disney could come out of this like some kind of woke hero.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or
making whatever money that they believe they're going to make.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
The good thing, however, they're not anymore, so there's that. No! Now, my minions, here's my conundrum. On one hand, I'm an evil villain, and to a certain degree, I can respect Disney for what they're doing. It's very underhanded and sneaky. But, excellent. But on the other hand, while I am an evil villain, I like my evil in your face. I don't like mouses running around pretending to be the hero, accusing everyone else of villainy when they themselves are the villain. I am a villain. I pronounce that I, Skeletor, am a villain. I'm evil. And I'm proud of being evil. And when I do things and I'm being evil, you know that I'm evil. I walk down the streets and people say, "That's Skeletor! Beware, he's evil." That's kind of how I like my evil to be. In your face. I don't like evil corporations pretending to hate capitalism when they themselves are the drivers of capitalism. Or pretending to think about, women's rights when they themselves took so long to even give you one female-led superhero, another one who they killed off before they finally gave her a film. And so, here I am. On one hand, I don't want to fall for Disney's trap, or Hollywood's trap in general. They want me to get enraged, and they want me to validate their garbage, which I had refused to do. But on the other hand, I, Skeletor, am evil. I want to give them my opinion, and I know you all want to hear it as well.
Not everybody. You know nothing, know it all.
And not only that, but doing so would also help grow my channel. The stance I'm taking is not just one I take haphazardly, because there is a consequence to my channel for that. Because, yes, I could definitely grow way faster by doing so. Here I am, now, Skeletor, asking you all for your help. What should I do? Leave it in the comments. Do you want to see Skeletor react to Velma? Maybe not these properties anymore because it's all passé, but going forward, knowing Skeletor's stance, you still want Skeletor to react to another Velma or...
Why wouldn't he?
Dear God, no! Or any other garbage that Disney pushes out? Or do you think Skeletor should stand his ground? Ignore them. I mean, even if I do decide to go that route and react to these things, I, Skeletor, will never be one of those that will, harp on the same movie over and over again. I never would. I'm not going to sit here and do 1,000 videos on the Rings of Power.
But you have not seen what I've seen.
I'll give you one opinion, one video, and move along. It could be a good compromise. That's all I have to say about this. I, Skeletor, am a bit perplexed and am unsure what to do. But you all can help Skeletor. Leave in the comments. Help Skeletor make his decision. Anyway, enough ranting for one day. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Shaneology. Until next time.